Today I'm back to you with the devlog. I guess this is going to be a much shorter devlog as I'm not telling you everything about every scene because, well, in the first one I told you about every scene that had been created, but so far we've fixed up this scene and added a new scene, and we're going to go right into what we did as of recording this yesterday. So yesterday my plan was I wanted to, or and I said this in the first step vlog, was I wanted to figure out how to change where the player was when they entered a door, when they exited a door, because what I had done was um, just in the code it would go change scene to file, which would just replay the file, so it would like spawn, like if the player goes back into their room, they wouldn't spawn where the door is in the player room, it would spawn them on the other side where the game began. And so that was my biggest tackle that took the longest because with help of AI, I figured it out. And we're gonna go into that. So what initially, so what we started from was, as I just said, not being able to move from scene to scene smoothly. And so what happened is now, or what did happen was, well, let's take a look at the script. Go ahead and take a look at the script. So yeah, we have we have a lot more to the match case and some more code. So we have now a current scene variable and a previous scene variable, which are both of type strings that equal just empty strings. And so what will happen is, in the door manager this time, if the scene is equal to the current scene, then it'll just return nothing. So that just handles if nothing's happening. And then it assigns the previous scene to the current scene. And the current scene will be assigned to whatever the scene is that the player's in. It's kind of it's weird. I'm still kind of confused by it. And then back in the match scene, as it looks for what the ID for the scene is, I had to fix up the global script, which has a next player position, which is of type vector2, which equals the vector2, and a variable that is should it set the position, which is type boolean, which just equals false by default. And so back in the door detection, it takes that global.next player position and moves it to the corresponding x and y axis, and then sets should be set, sorry, global dot should set position equals true, which will change where the player is. Uh, what was happening before, actually, I did have this problem. Also, this was updated too, where I should have put if body.name equals player. You should do that instead of just doing the variable name and then equals true or false. But what was happening with this was, um, it would work the first time they would go through the door. Like if the player entered the player room and then went back in the hallway and then tried to go back into their room, it would send them into this one for some reason. I don't know why. I'm not entirely sure. Uh, it is what it is. It works now. That's a lot of what the code is in this, is just it works now, so it's fine. I don't understand it, but it's okay. Also, what had happened too was, I think this was current scene equals previous scene, and then previous scene equals scene, or something like that. This was like kind of vice versa of what it already is. And then I believe we changed up the player script a bit. We had to a bit. Okay, yeah, this is how it handles the set position. So if the global dot should set position equals true, the position of the player, so position will take where exactly the player is equal to whatever the next player position is going to be, which is back in the door detection. And then after it does that, the should set position equals false, so it doesn't move the player anymore. That's pretty much all that is for that. So it's just handle this space movement. And then lastly, last thing we worked on was I did up 2B, which is what I said in the last one, which was the next senior. Oh, good. It won't work. Okay. So, yeah, this is Adam. My friend Adam, I asked him, well, I asked in a chat, like, what some ideas were, and he wanted a goat. And even though I said it was in an apartment, he's like, yeah, just do it. I was like, okay, yeah. So, yeah, in this apartment, there's just a goat. And his name is Adam. Adam the goat. Adam is just a area 2D. He's not even a character body. Because he's not meant to move or anything. He just has a collision shape and an animated sprite, which I will show you in action first before I go in the actual animation. So we're just going to run this scene and wait for Godot to load. Come on, Godot. Okay. I need full screen. So it has a blinking animation, which is kind of creepy. And then if the player presses enter while in its collision shape, it just dies. It's dead. It's a 4-frame animation. Yeah, it just dies. That's it. Yeah. And so let's go into Adam the Goat. So Adam the Goat is an area 2D with a collision shape and an animated sprite, which has this blinking idle animation and then the dead animation. This was kind of hard to animate, believe it or not. Trying to get this all set up was more difficult than I thought. Like, not setting it up, but like drawing it. I had a lot of problems drawing it. So I'm still kind of newbie at A-Sprite. That's okay. We're still learning. That's pretty much all I've done so far of yesterday. A lot of the time was trying to figure out the Vector 2 stuff and then trying to get this working. Um, Before I go, tomorrow we're going to be streaming at probably about uh, nearly 9 o'clock in the morning, July 17th, because I'm going to be participating in Pirate Software's Game Jam, and so we're just going to be checking out we're just going to be watching Pirate Software's stream just to get the theme, and then after the theme is announced, I won't steal any more of his content, and then we'll go to developing. Um, if you don't know what a game jam is a short amount of time where a group of people can either work together or solo and make a game in about 2 weeks is the average. I think this is what this, yeah, to July 31st at 9 a.m. That is the amount of time I will have to make a game based around uh, the theme. I will be doing this solo. Currently, there's 11.7k people joined in this. If you want to join yourself, I will put in this link in the description. And if you want to follow me as I develop, you can go to twitch.tv/sgrcalidev, which will also be in the description. And yeah, that's gonna do it for me. If you enjoy, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe if you're new, and I'll see everybody later. Bye bye.